No,
So it.
I'm like Morgan Freeman.
Oh yeah.
Every time I do a good deed, I grow a new mole.
Get a new.
So do you know how you earned that?
No, because I'm an asshole.
Noisy Pixel.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to episode 17 of the Noisy Pixel podcast for the week of September 21st, 2021. I am your host, Azara Lopez, and with me today are my co-hosts, Ian Goudlock.
Hello.
Hi, Ian.
Hi. I don't know what's going on this week. I'm just gonna put
join
it
the
out
club.
Feel it.
Join
yeah,
the,
all right.
Feel it.
You know
All
what?
right.
I wanna just call out that Arthur isn't with us for a few weeks, but we're not planning this. There was no like coup or anything to dismount him.
He's alive.
He's definitely alive. I promise. I could put that on. I could sign my name to that. Right now, I think we just weren't organized enough for him. He thought we actually knew about video games.
You know,
He was under the impression that we were gamers.
fake gamers though. Yeah.
Little did he know.
Yeah.
Little did he know. Also, from the grave, once again, Brian Lee.
Hello, everybody.
Hi,
I'm
Brian.
back.
How are you?
Doing good, ish.
Yeah,
You know.
Dude,
As good as you can get. As good as you can get.
I feel it. Things happen, but we're here, we're friends, and that's all that matters. I used to go on tour a lot in a band, and there was always like fights that happened along the way, and we always had to remind ourselves that tensions are high, but we're still friends. And then
In the band, it was the actual band members fighting.
yes. Mostly
Didn't know what to do with the groupies, you know.
Mostly I was just annoying people though.
Wait, you were the cause of many of the fights, you think?
Most of them.
I can't see
of
that happening.
Doesn't sound like you.
No, I'm just kidding.
Very out of character.
Oh, I'm teasing.
We have a few topics on the show today. We have some. I forgot what we have. A Nickelodeon game, a Nickelodeon Smash game that Brian wants to talk to us about, and we also have the costs of being part of the conversation. September was a huge month, and I want to highlight just how big that was by throwing some numbers at you. As you all know, Noisy Pixel is recorded every week and posted to podcast services on Tuesdays. You got YouTube videos, you got it on iTunes, you got it on everything. Zune. So let's just jump into it. Brian, hit us with this Nintendo or Nickelodeon news.
I just wanted to make fun of it for a little bit because it's one of those things where you know, like I guess like early 2000s where everyone was like making those video games based off of like franchises and stuff, and it was just the same cookie cutter game for everything. I feel like this is just like
because you had one
cash in.
you had one developer, Acclaim, just making everything for like cartoon games, and they would use the same engine, so all of the assets would kind of look the same.
Yeah.
And
everybody just tries to get in on like a specific type of games. Like, oh, we're doing shooters. Shooters are big. We're gonna make a shooter based on this IP. But yeah, this feels like the Walmart version of Super Smash Brothers.
Okay, so what's the name of the game?
Yeah, sorry. The game is called Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. And when I saw that first, I was like, this can't be what I think it's gonna be. And then I clicked into it, and I was very surprised at how blatantly this is just Smash Brothers, but with a Nickelodeon paint on it.
Isn't it? What's more interesting, Brian, is that so many people are into it.
Like it doesn't look like it's like gonna be a bad game. I was just really surprised. I was like, can you just do that? You could just make a Smash Brothers.
So Ian can attest to this. We went to PAX West, and there was about 3 or 4 Smash clones, and they were just there was one that looked exactly like Smash, and it was just Smash. Like,
Yeah.
it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
like just like the animations and stuff in this and everything. Like I think you were mentioning earlier that it's running on like a similar type of engine.
no, this one is utilizing rollback netcode for their online gameplay, and it's like the best latency free source code for online play that you can have for a fighter. So it arguably people can say that this game is better than Smash if you're playing online.
I was gonna say, yeah.
The new Smash, the Smash Killer,
the Smash Killer, if you will.
That's what it is. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, the Smash Killer.
Nickelodeon has a lot of IPs. They could. There's
hella characters in this game, dude. I was watching like a lot of the gameplay video. I'm like, wow, there's a lot of characters in this.
They got, who would you guys
Ren
play
and Stimpy
as?
are in it. They got like April O'Neil and like Leonardo are in it.
Oh, you're winning me over.
People. Yeah, there's actually like a lot of characters in this game.
I'm not
like bottom of the barrel characters either. They're like, Cat Dog's in there too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, Cat Dog's in there.
Now you have my attention.
I know. And like the gameplay looks good. I think there's just I don't know. I just wanted to point out just like how much it looks like Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
But it's not making it a bad game. Obviously, it's just like it's hard to not make the comparison because of how very identical it looks.
You know what would make it? You know what would make that game even better? Gullah Gullah from Gullah Gullah Island, whatever the fuck that frog's name is. That would be it. Any Nick Jr. character, put fucking Blue in there from Blue's Clues. Everyone's riding that nostalgia on Blue's Clues.
Yeah, especially when the dude did that Twitter announcement.
Exactly.
Yeah, just put him in the game.
Yeah, put Steve in the game
on the screen. Yeah.
like a crack addict or something.
Those are his different skins. It's him in the green striped shirt, but then him is just like a dude who's like after he quit Blue's Clues.
I feel like everybody knows by now that he was in a metal band, and I feel like that video he just like riffed off of it. Such a good sport. That guy, Steve, good old Steve.
Make it happen. Put Steve in the game.
Put Steve in Blue. He throws Blue and it's like a grenade or something. Or he puts salt and pepper in your eyes.
Yeah. They should do the Smash thing where you have a poll and get to choose your Nicktoons or Nickelodeon characters.
Yeah.
Maybe some Nick at Night.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Ooh, some slime. Just a slime character.
Just a slime. Yeah. Just
some references to what is it, Legends of the Forbidden Temple or something.
Ooh, green geckos.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
Are You Afraid of the Dark? Was that
Nickelodeon.
Oh,
that was Nickelodeon.
It can get a little dark, you know.
Just do any of the syndicated stuff too. Just Urkel's on there. Yeah.
I loved Nickelodeon growing up. That was like, and then I really got into Cartoon Network. But you know, if it's anything like Smash, I'm sure it'll be fine. I fucking hate Smash, you guys.
Azara does not like Smash.
So there was times where when we all lived closer together, we would always go. We would have little get-togethers at Brad's house, and then they were like, "Oh, let's play Smash." I'm like, "Fuck this stupid game,
dude." Okay, Smash is one of those games that I feel like I've never thoroughly enjoyed because I've always played with people, and I don't know. Tell us like how you play in the comments, but I always play with people that are like tournaments, so there's never any items, there's never any like interesting stages. It's always just static bullshit, you know. And I just like the chaos idea of it, and you know, I don't know. They probably want to win because they're talented and they can win and don't want to lose by chance like a lot of Nintendo things, but that's kind of the fun of some of it, I think. But
why do people get so stoked on the characters? Like, why is that like this like topic of contention where we just want more characters? So at some point there's too many characters, right? Am I the only one that feels this way? Really?
More characters. All the characters. Give me the full gambit of characters.
It's so silly. It's so
More
silly.
swords, the better.
My only entertainment, because I'm not good at the game, my only entertainment is the variety of playing different characters. You can only
That's
get
true.
your ass handed to you as Jigglypuff so many times before you want to
Yeah.
swap to something else.
I literally only play Yoshi, and it's not that I'm good at it. I have not played any other character except Yoshi, and that's who I main. See, I know the terms.
Just
Oh
nest,
yeah.
just want to hit people with a baseball bat. That's like my only goal.
Yeah,
I'll die
this character.
100 times, but as long as I hit one person with a baseball bat, it'll be all
It's over.
worth it.
It's over. Or just
Personal
choose,
victories.
choose Kirby and then change into the ton thing and just smash people.
Yeah, just
on a down
float
smash.
up.
Yeah.
Down smash. Super cheap. Well,
yeah.
fuck that game because I'm never gonna play it.
I
People are too
I
good at
just
that game,
hope
man.
about one day he can retire and not have people ask him to put characters in something.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shigeru. Yeah. Well, hopefully hopefully this Nickelodeon game can kind of hit them off the trophy mount
Yeah.
and then be like, okay, I can finally give up because people
Yeah.
picked up the reins and it's better than mine. So
Yeah, he'll be like, thank God I can
move on.
spend time with my family. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, these fucking nerds in my fucking DMs asking me put some shitty fucking cartoon character in my game.
Yeah.
Or better yet, they'll like draw a character and then be like, "Can you put this in Smash?"
I swear, nerds are so fucking like
So last week it was KOTOR, and now this week
yeah,
is a
yeah.
Smash.
I'm Smash nerds, you know? Like I get it.
Just
It's
going through Azara's hate list.
Yeah.
it's fun, right? But I feel like there's a group of people that are having fun with the news and the Smash characters, and there's a group of people that legitimately base their lives off of these announcements and this community, and it's the only time of the year that they have an opinion, and they just like fucking go nuts with it. Like, oh, there's so many better things to be doing, you know, except instead of play what's a good game? Play Croc, Legend of the Gobas.
That's the game you managed to pull out of it.
Oh my
Let's
God.
play a good game.
Yeah.
Croc.
Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you rather be playing Croc than complaining about which character got smashed? Because I would.
I feel like there's always just room for disappointment. There's so many characters. I mean, you're not going to get to everybody's favorite, you know, in Nintendo. It's just
Maybe.
way too much.
I'll be honest, it's probably just because I suck at the game that I don't like it. But if there's something I'm not good at, it's clearly not a good game. So
One day I will play it with full items like God intended. And
yeah, because every time you play
3
it,
times rate item drop.
yeah, everybody's like, "Oh, turn off the items." Oh,
Yeah,
what the
and-
fuck, dude?
I'm just like,
They don't know
dude,
the
it's
joys
like a
of
game.
all Pokeball all the time game.
Yeah.
We're just chucking Pokeballs.
Fuck,
at it.
dude. Why can't we have? I thought we were gonna have fun. Like
That's it. It's like I feel like it's not even the game itself, but so many people I know have sucked the fun out of that game for me.
Yeah.
And it's like one that's built on like references, and so many of the items are references too. So it's just like no references in our game here, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Mhm.
whatever.
Take,
man.
take the
Play-
game a little too seriously.
Yeah, play however you want.
Yeah.
Final destination.
So here's to Nickelodeon Battle All Stars or whatever cliche name they chose.
All-Star Brawl.
Oh,
Gotta
did
put the
you say
brawl in it.
you play as
Sorry.
Cat Dog, Azario?
You can play
I-
as Cat Dog, yeah.
I would play as Cat Dog for sure.
Yeah.
I'm a
What about
Cat
you,
Dog
Brian?
fan.
I don't know, man. I'm a big Ninja Turtles guy. I might play Michelangelo if he's in there. I think I saw
You're a Michelangelo
Mikey or
guy?
another turtle in it.
All right.
Or I'll
I'm
play
a-
April O'Neil. She looks really broken.
Yeah, she might be. Yeah. I
She
don't
just
know.
fucking has that shutter camera thing that's like this big of a screen pushing some people off ledges.
I'm a Donatello guy, so we might have to
Oh.
battle it out, Brian.
You do machines, huh?
I do machines, you know. Party dude over
what does
here.
that even mean? Do machines.
Yeah.
What does that have to? I do machines. Like,
Yeah.
imagine that in a conversation. Hi, my name's Donnie. I do machines.
It's very private, Brian. So
Yeah. What if you're an anthropomorphic turtle? What would you do?
Donnie's got an OnlyFans. He does machines.
Oh no,
That's
just him and his bow staff.
All right, guys. Enough about this. Let's talk about what really matters. Money. That green. That good stuff. September was fucking nuts. I know you guys slept through it as you normally do, but there was a ton of releases this month, and I did the math. I crunched the numbers. And if you were to buy every game this month, if you had just a bad case of FOMO and you wanted to just get every game this month, it would cost you $1,000 or more. Because I didn't count all the indie games. Like I didn't throw in Blood Rain Betrayal, Fresh Bites, but that's some people would have wanted it. I didn't throw in Espa Galuga 2, but some people would have wanted it. And that kind of brings me to are there too many video games?
Sometimes I feel that way. It feels a little overwhelming, just like how many games are out there, both like keeping up with what's coming out and like trying to just siphon through all the crap that's in there.
I feel it's unfair to an extent. Like there are people who legitimately want to support video game development, but when you release a game like, I don't know, Metallic Child, I know neither of you know what this game is. It's a roguelike, but it's a good game. We have a review of it on noisypixel.net. But if you release this game around the same time that people are spending money on Tales of Arise, Deathloop, WarioWare, Life is Strange, how do you expect people to have money for all of those? It's like it's like if you're a gamer, you have to choose a genre and stick to that genre. Because if you don't, if you play everything, you're fucked.
Yeah, I just that's your answer. Yeah, I feel like not only video games, but there's a lot of things that there's just so much. I don't want to use this word, but like content. There's just a lot of stuff out there, and it is really hard to choose. And it's really hard to pick, and prioritize only for time too, not only money, but I mean, playing through those actual games. And I think all of us have games that we own that we haven't maybe played anything of. We own it and keep on saying we're going to get back to it, and then more stuff comes out, and it's really hard, and it is a bummer when there's so many great indie games that come out and they just go under the radar. I've been lucky through Noisy Pixel. I've been able to play some really awesome games that I honestly would never have heard of or would never have come up for me. So
I want to say that it's like in 2021 to be to get ahead or to be with the times, you literally have to learn to do two things at once. You have to learn to watch a movie while playing a video game, or listen to a podcast while reading a book. I watch Netflix shows now while I'm taking a shower and doing anything in the, like brushing my teeth or whatever. That's when I'll put something on because I want to watch these things that people are doing, but I have to master doing two things at once. So whereas the shower used to be this time of singing Backstreet Boys with the water on you, and it's like you're pretending the rain is hitting you, and you're like, you are my fire, and you're like this, you're like putting your hand through your hair, can't do that anymore because you're watching stupid fucking Peaky Blinders on the stupid fucking phone there, and I hate it. I hate that I do this shit, and it really sucks that there's months like these where there's just too many games.
Yeah. I was wondering, going back to what you were saying is almost like picking a genre. What I have noticed more in recent years too is the more specific the genre, usually I'm noticing just a difficulty spike in some of those things too. It's almost like if you're not a part of that community, it's also very hard to break into those games or find new gamers interested in that genre. It's this weird, which is awesome that like things can be challenging and that people step up to that challenge and want to, you know, take it on. But it also, I think, makes things harder to be accessible, especially more indie stuff that is super crushing some of it. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a weird cultural thing, you know?
I think with PC games, I think a lot rides on the future, right? Steam sales, when they go on, people generally spend $100 on games that they would not normally buy, knowing in the back of their head they'll never play them. But the fact that they see that they're like 70% off.
Yeah.
I'll play, or I'll buy Lost in Random for $12.99, you know? It's stuff like that, that I think benefit, but I doubt developers put stuff up and expect something to happen. Deathloop came out and I heard nobody talking about it. I know it got good review scores. I know people were really excited for this new Dishonored game, but no buzz. WarioWare, same. No buzz.
Yeah.
WarioWare came out. I didn't even know the day. I had to check the day that it came out. It came out September 10th. It came out 10 days ago. And like, who the fuck cares? You know? I mean, WarioWare is dope. Don't get me wrong, but it was overshadowed by the release of Tales of Arise, you know, big RPGs that a lot of people were looking forward to. And even more so, you have so many other games to look forward to. Lost Judgment is coming out, and I know a lot of people, the new Death Stranding expansion for PS5 is coming out, and I know a lot of people are looking forward to that. It's tough. It's tough I like I could play every game. I like racing games. I like fighting games. I suck at sports games, but fuck it, I'll review one with my dad. Yeah, it's intimidating to be a gamer with months like these. To be a fucking poor gamer is even more intimidating. I used to be worse too. I used to buy every game that came out, and I remember I used to pre-order every game that came out. And
that's your wall.
I had an Amazon store card that was almost maxed out one time because I just fucking kept going. Little, yeah. Because I didn't want to be out of the loop. I didn't want to be the one that's not talking about this game or not out of the know. Now I don't give a fuck. But how do you guys feel? Does FOMO kick in for you?
I think a bit, but like eventually, just because of how connected everything, like the whole ecosystem is, like, okay, if you're not going to play it, people are going to start playing it and talk about it and let's play it. And then eventually you'll get to the point of the cycle where you basically have played the game or have seen enough content of the game to where you don't have to play it anymore.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like all the Yakuza games, people have talked about Yakuza enough that you don't even need to play them anymore.
Yeah. So like part of the FOMO is like in the beginning bits where it's like, all right, I got to buy this game. So I'm part of it. And then once that window passes, I'm just like, I'm never touching that game. I'll just wait till people talk about it and it'll happen.
Yeah. It's kind of same with me. And I wonder if that's kind of also helped with that. Cause there are some games that just do very well on YouTube or Twitch that can stream really well and people can watch it. Seems like a lot of horror games, like especially indie, do really well on that kind of front. But it's in some ways there are some games I'm like, have I played that? Oh no, I've just watched like a playthrough, and I feel like I got what I needed to out of it. So after that, it's like, well, I don't really need to. I don't feel the need to sometimes play those games. So yeah.
I think COVID kind of makes things a little tougher too. You have less preview events, less buzz. You're pretty much stuck to press releases only. You know, it gets tougher with COVID, but I just don't think it's nice to release all your games in September. Hopefully it pays off for some of these developers. I know Tales of Arise sold over 1 million copies, I think, which is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, to buy every game this month, every notable game that released would be $1,000. I don't have $1,000.
It's like a developer too. You're talking about Steam and just having a game that's fairly cheap, and people buy it. But the amount of people that might actually play it, I'd be bummed as a developer, even if I was getting like money.
Shame, right?
Yeah. Because like I'm sure they can see like hours played and stuff like that. And if you have, I mean, even though that don't get me wrong, the money I'm sure would be nice, but as somebody that's like a creator, you want to have them actually invested in the thing that you created instead of just like, I don't know. So it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah. Do you guys think that like, how a lot of games now they're trying to push to have like money to hour ratio sort of thing of like having a lot of content for your dollar sort of thing. Do you think having those games be extra long make it so that you can't really experience a lot of other games because you feel like you have to invest, like sink all that time in? So like the longer games go, like the more developers are trying to make games that keep going with expansions or like downloadable content or updates constantly, kind of locks you into playing just that game for your daily expenditure of hours of gaming.
Yeah,
you can't invest in all these other things.
Something like Assassin's Creed Valhalla took about 130 hours to beat. And then you have like one of the expansions was 20 hours and the other one was like 10. So it's more manageable. But you're right. It's an investment. And I don't necessarily think that a game that's $60 or $70 now needs to be 60 hours long. When you go out for Mexican food on a date, you're probably paying like $35, but you finish that food in like 20 minutes and you didn't give a shit because it was fucking good. You got your enchilada, you got your chips and salsa. It's good. You had a great time and you just spent $35 and didn't even think about it, but you're going to bitch because a game that you spent $30, $40 on was over in 5 hours, 6 hours.
Yeah.
I don't
Versus
know.
Like an all you can eat buffet was like, we paid $40. We're going to get our $40. And then you leave like 3 buttons open, just try to like
good luck,
not throw up as you get to your car.
Good luck finding a buffet in the pandemic world. They closed.
Oh God.
They closed Sweet Tomatoes.
That's true. Like buffet styles. You can still do like all you can eat hot pot and Korean food and Brazilian steakhouses actually.
Okay. I'm a vegetarian.
That's a shame, dude. That's
they got pineapple.
They do. Okay.
They have a salad bar at Brazilian steakhouses.
Yeah. I do like pineapple. Yeah, but what do you think, Hugh?
I know we do have people that actually say that a lot, that like, oh, I want basically $1 an hour for their game or less for the amount of hours they're getting. But yeah, I think because of what we were talking about earlier, and just the experience itself, like I don't really care about length, and I never usually feel like a game is like, oh, that was way, way too short. Very rarely do I feel that. And if it's a good game, I don't know. It's more about the experience than like a marathon kind of thing for me personally. Yeah. And yeah, it does give me a chance to get to more games too.
Yeah. I think there's some games that like, they sometimes just feel like they don't end because by the time you've like gotten enough content, they've released more content for it. Or if it's one of those always online games, like if you're playing like competitive MOBAs or like things like that, I feel like you're investing a lot of time in those things.
Yeah. Like people buy Call of Duty and they just play that game all year.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm buying one game, and good for you. If that's what you're into and you can do that, that's awesome. But yeah, I mean, that's what they want at least. But it's not changing this year. The games are still being released up until the end of the year, and it's fucking nuts. It's It's fucking crazy. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
I like
though.
the satisfaction of being able to complete a game. I think there should be more games where they're like digestible, you know? And
Oh, dude.
a slough of content coming at you.
Last week and over the weekend, I completed Westward, and it was a 26-hour game, and I played it probably 13 hours a day until I beat it. Eastward. Yeah, sorry, did I say Westward?
You said
Yeah.
Westward, yeah.
Sorry, I'm reading other games.
The expansion.
Very good.
Yeah, the expansion.
There's Westworld. There's
Yes. Eastward, and surprisingly, they never say the word Eastward in the game, so it's not like it's like this fucking thing that I should know. But it is a beautiful game, and I completed it, and I had a great time. It's hard completing games all the time, especially the longer ones when you're reviewing them. But sometimes you just like a game so much that you're into it. And sometimes it's harder than others. Sometimes the game is so bad that I want to complete it just to say I do. Or just
to show that you're justified in how much you hated the game. You're like,
Yeah.
I played the whole thing and I hated it.
Yeah.
yeah.
It wasn't just the first couple minutes. No. I played the whole thing and I
you get
hated it.
You get that with some people. It's like, no, you just got to wait 10 hours, 15 hours into the game. And then,
Kidding me, dude?
It's like a show where she's like, yeah, it picks up around season 3. I'm like, what are you talking about? Season 3? Like,
barely got to episode 3.
Yeah, seriously.
But I mean, video games are exciting. I just think there might be too many of them right now.
I think subscription things like Game Pass and stuff are gonna become more popular due to that reason. People who would like to hot swap. They're like 30 minutes in this game, 30 minutes in that game, without having to fully commit to making that like $60 purchase per game. Because like you said, if you wanted to play every game in September, that's like $1,000. As opposed to getting a little taste of everything in the month.
And I think they're open for like 4 to 6 months on Game Pass as well. So that gives you 4 to 6 months to decide if you want to buy the full game or not and own it forever. Or you have 4 to 6 months to beat it and say you beat it and then move on.
Exactly. You can sample them all too and they'll be like, yeah, don't want to commit to that. Don't want to commit to that. And then
such a good plan.
Yeah.
Such a good plan.
I think it is because like, I don't know how many like retro kind of collections you've played, but that's, even though like some of them I played before, some of them I haven't, that's how I kind of go through it. It's like, oh, what's this one? Like, okay. And then it's like, just move on to the next thing. And it's like totally not what they intended. You know, they want you to spend like a weekend with it at least.
Yeah.
But you're just like, okay, 5 minutes and then go on to the next one. So
it kind of feels arcadey, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
You know, where you like get that feeling of going to arcade. There's just different games everywhere. And you're like, I'm going to pick this up for a little bit. I like this one. Go to the next one.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Well, let us know what games you've been buying at least, and if if you feel like too many games are coming out this month to just own them all, we'd love to talk about it and kind of hear your opinions on the matter. But with that, that's all I had to talk about this episode, guys.
Give us your Steam shame list. How many games are on that library that have 0 hours?
Yeah,
I know I have at least.
I have like 100 games.
I was gonna say it's okay. That's a little bit. I was gonna say
that's because they're all like humble bundles, you know. We're like, I humble bundled for this one game, and there's like 10 other ones that I wasn't gonna touch anyways.
I surprisingly only have like 261 games on Steam.
Well, there you go.
That's a that's a modest amount.
Yeah, it is. I know. There's. I will say 20 plus games that I have not even touched, but they're there.
Yes.
So could be more than that. It probably is.
But anyway, that was a good show, guys.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah.
Have a good week.
Have a good week. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Noisy Pixel.